Okay.
Good morning, everybody. All of you guys should be working on your objective for today. If you're not able to answer the objective question, your life science books are in front of you and you may use those. I'll give you guys about 5 minutes to work on that, please.
Ready?
Yep, I'm ready. Molly, would you share your answer for the objective number 1? It says, what is the difference a prokaryotic and a eukaryotic cell have? You need to at least give 2 answers.
Yeah, okay. So a eukaryotic cell has its hereditary material contained in the nucleus. And in a prokaryotic cell, the hereditary material is just floating in the middle of the cell.
Good job. Dakota, what was your answer for that?
Prokaryotic cells have no nucleus or nucleolus for that matter. As well as the hereditary material is just floating around in the cell.
Lexi, what did you put?
That it has
All right. Does anybody else have something completely different to whatever? Claire?
I put that eukaryotic cells are multicellular and prokaryotic are unicellular.
Yeah, good job. Anybody else with something different than that? All right, so you guys have come up with 2 really good reasons. One has a cell or has a nucleus. The other one doesn't have a nucleus. One has the hereditary genes, which are known. What are the hereditary genes? What are those? Kyle?
DNA.
And DNA is also known as? You guys just
Chromosomes.
Chromosomes, yes. So we want to make sure that that is just floating around. That was 2 really good differences. And then Claire had said one is a multi-organism and the other one is a single. Yes, Oscar.
I saw in the picture in the life science book that the prokaryotic cells don't have as many organelles as the
Eukaryotic?
yeah.
That is a very good observation. That is right. All right, we're going to review real quick for the field trip. And if you want to go ahead and turn it off, so we don't need to put the field trip on there. I need you guys to get your life science books. Everybody needs one. And you guys are going to quietly read about bacteria on page 186 to 188. And we'll do a quick review afterwards. As you guys can tell, we are starting a new unit on bacteria.
Yay!
Yes, we are moving on. So we're going to do bacteria and viruses. No, we haven't done bacteria. So if I give you guys about 10 minutes to read, will that be plenty of time?
Yeah, probably.
I start on page 186, and you guys are going to go to page 188. Okay? So I want you guys to read about the bacteria.
Okay, we're on.
All right. Brooke, would you like to share what you learned from the reading?
I learned what is in a typical bacteria cell.
Okay, and what did you learn? What was inside it?
Cytoplasm, obviously, cell membrane, cell wall, the bacterial membrane.
All right. That's a good job. Edgar, what did you learn that was interesting about the reading? Isaac. Do you need some help? You?
You see that? Spheres, rods, spirals, and that's it. That's it.
Okay. All right. Who else? What do bacteria have to help them move? Kyle? Yes. Good job. How many of you guys, when we did the pond water microscopes, were able to see the bacteria that had the flagella? There were a couple that did, didn't they?
I saw 247.
All right, who can tell me or explain what is aerobe? Myra? Maya.
That's okay. Aerobe, they're bacteria that live in oxygen. With oxygen.
Yep, they gotta have oxygen. So who can tell me what anaerobe is? Ashley?
Anaerobic is when the bacteria goes to bottom and doesn't need oxygen.
It doesn't need, it can adapt or live without oxygen. And what else can some of them do? Did you guys read what some of them will do? Claire?
Some of them just go all over. Some of them will be at the top where oxygen is, others will be at the bottom where there isn't, and some will be in the middle.
Yes.
Everywhere.
Yep. And there's one other thing you can do too.
Is it that it is in the intestinal tract containers?
They can. What I was going to say was some anaerobes, oxygen actually kills them. So if they're living where there's a lot of oxygen.
So pour oxygen on them.
So. All right. This one is a critical thinking kind of question. I want you guys to think about it for a minute. We've looked at some pond or river water, haven't we? We've seen quite a few bacteria. I want you to think about this because we have a lot of farmlands around here. So if a farmer has a pond and he has a lot of farmland, and to make his crops grow, what does he have to usually do to that land? Especially if they plant more and more stuff. What do they have? We do it out there in the garden.
Water.
Besides water,
Wow.
Toss the soil.
we toss the soil, but what? Okay. Fertilize. So farmers, to get a heavy crop or to produce a really good quality crop that they're able to sell commercially, they have to fertilize really heavily. So if this pond is surrounded by all this land that's being heavily fertilized, we get a really good rainstorm, and there's water that's starting to run off into that pond. What's going to happen to those organisms from that fertilizer? Who'd like to share their thoughts? Sanatino?
I think they would die because something in the fertilizer was
They might. That's an option. Dakota?
The fertilizer chemicals will overtake the amount of oxygen in the pond, and everything will die of asphyxiation.
Yep. So there won't be probably, so a couple answers are, yeah, there probably won't be
baby steps.
organisms. What about adaptation to the environment? Do you think some of them might be able to adapt?
Yeah.
Some might, huh?
And when they
Like pH of pond, it's just like
acidic.
super acidic. Yeah.
It's like it's the pH of battery acid.
It could be, but you know, I didn't say what type of fertilizer was used, did I?
No.
What happens if it was like the organic fish fertilizer that we use? Or a high algae one that's all organic?
Well, don't they feed off nutrients? So wouldn't it, like, if there was a fish oil, doesn't that have nutrients in it?
It does, so maybe it would benefit. So depending on what kind of fertilizer the farmer actually uses, might have an effect. So if he's using an organic, let's say he's using an organic fertilizer. So if he uses organic, what do you think will happen to the organisms in the pond?
They'll grow.
They'll probably grow and multiply, right? Now, say they use some kind of synthetic fertilizer, a chemical fertilizer that is coated with, because you can get even seeds that are coated with materials to keep bugs out of them. So they're deadly chemicals. So say that fertilizer has some kind of deadly component in it. Then what would happen?
Everything will die.
It might die. Everything might die in the pond. So those are just some things to really kind of think about and consider, especially around here because we have so much farmland, don't we? And we have pecan orchards. So I just wanted you guys to think about. All right, the next project.